Have you ever felt like you're there, but somehow people don't really notice you? You're part of the conversation. You're present. You listen. You understand what's happening. But somehow you don't feel seen, not ignored in an obvious way, just quietly overlooked. This feeling usually doesn't come from nowhere. At some point, being unnoticed became something familiar, not dramatic, not obvious, just consistent. And over time, your mind learned something subtle, that being seen was never something to expect. Some people enter a space and naturally pull attention. Others don't try to, not because they can't, but because something in them never learned to. So instead of expressing, you wait, you observe, you hold back just a little longer than necessary. You don't stay silent, you do speak, but often you soften your words, you adjust your tone, you leave parts out, not consciously, but automatically. And over time, people don't ignore you. They just don't fully see you. There's something even quieter. You may not expect attention in the first place, not in a sad way. Just, you don't assume people will notice you. So you don't signal, you don't push, you don't make yourself visible. And sometimes people don't ignore you on purpose. They just respond to what you show. And if you've learned to take up less space, the world quietly gives you exactly that. At some point, this stops feeling strange. It becomes normal, even safe, because being unnoticed means no pressure, no expectations, no exposure. And without realizing it, you start choosing it. And here's where it gets subtle. You don't feel invisible because people don't care. You feel invisible because you stopped expecting to be seen. And when that expectation disappears, so does the part of you that reaches outward. Feeling invisible isn't always about other people. Sometimes, it's a pattern that formed quietly over time. Not loud, not obvious, but real. And once you see it, you start to realize something uncomfortable. Maybe it was never just about being ignored. Maybe you slowly learned how to disappear. If this felt real, you're not alone. Here we explore growth, success, and the human mind without noise. Just honesty. I'll see you in the next one.